crowd was screaming, but I couldn't hear. 1,000 faces, but nobody near. I was standing on the edge of a crowded room, while my heart was weaving its own little loom. Then the floor just vanished, like a trick of the light. And I started slipping into the night. No one reached out, no one caught my eye, as I traded the earth for the empty sky. It wasn't a job, it wasn't a choice. I tried to scream, but I had no voice. Just a silent descent from the world of the weak into the dark of the only me. I fell alone where the gravity's cold, into a story that will never be told. No wind in my hair, just the weight in my head, falling through memories of things that we said. The higher I was, the harder the ground, but I'm falling so deep I'll never be found. Yeah, I fell alone, and the silence is the only sound. I'm passing the windows of people I knew. I see the reflection of a version of you. You're laughing at dinner, you're turning a page while I'm drifting past in this invisible cage. It's a long way down when there's nothing to grab, just the sting of the air, like a jagged stab. I'm a star that's burned up in a sky full of gold, just trying to find something steady to hold. Is anyone looking up? Does anyone see the gap? The space where I was, the bridge that just snapped. I'm still falling. I'm still falling. I fell alone where the gravity's cold, into a story that will never be told. No wind in my hair, just the weight in my head, falling through memories of things that we said. The higher I was, the harder the ground, but I'm falling so deep I'll never be found. Yeah, I fell alone, and the silence is the only sound. Still falling. walls are too wide, the ceiling's too high. I'm staring at nothing, and I've forgotten to try. I reach for a feeling, but the cupboards are bare. Just a handful of dust and some recycled air. I check my own pulse just to see if I'm here, but the rhythm is quiet and the signal isn't clear. I'm a vessel with a hole in the middle of the lake, sinking so slowly, for goodness sake. It's not that I'm sad, it's not that I'm blue. It's just that the space used to be filled by you. Now it's a vacuum, it's a wide open gun, a midnight that's waiting for a fictional dawn. And this heart lie empty, like a house with no life, like a page with no ink or a dull rusted knife. I'm a ghost in my skin, I'm a shadow on the floor. I don't even remember what I'm hurting for. There's a hole in the center where the light used to be, and now the wind just blows right through me. Yeah, I feel empty, that's the heaviest thing I can be. I go through the motions, I put on my shoes, but I'm playing a game that I've already refused. I eat at the table, but I don't taste the salt. I'm a machine that stopped from a permanent fall. People tell stories, they laugh and they lean, but I'm just a spectator watching a screen. I'm hollowed out like a bone in the sand, and losing my grip on my own phantom hand. If you poured out the ocean, would the seabed feel this? If you poured out the sun, would the sky feel the mist? I'm not less sad, nothing at all, just the sound of that fall. And this feel empty, like a house with no life, like a page with no ink or a dull rusted knife. I'm a ghost in my skin, I'm a shadow on the floor. I don't even remember what I'm hurting for. There's a hole in the center where the light used to be, and now the wind just blows right through me. Yeah, I feel empty, and it's the heaviest thing I can be. Nothing inside, nothing left, just a quiet theft. I feel lonely. The party's over and the lights are all dimmed. The cup of my spirit was never quite brimmed. I'm surrounded by people, I'm surrounded by noise, but I'm just a child who lost all their toys. I can smile for the cameras, I can laugh at the jokes, but the me that they see It's just mirrors and smokes behind the I'm great and the how have you been is a desert of silence beneath my own skin. It's a crowded room but a private cage, a story that's stuck on a blank white page. I'm touching the world through a layer of frost, and everything I find feels like something I lost. And my heart's still lonely in the middle of a crowd. It's screaming I'm here, but it's not very loud. I'm a satellite drifting too far from the sun, a race that is over before it's begun. You can hold my hand, you can look in my eyes, but you're just visiting where the emptiness lies. Yeah, my heart's still lonely, and it's the only truth that never dies. I thought if I moved to a different town, the weight of the nothing would finally slow down. But the loneliness packed its bags in my chest. It's the only companion that won't let me rest. It's in the grocery aisle, it's in the back of the car. It doesn't matter how fast or how far, I'm a puzzle with a piece that was never even made. Watching the colors of the afternoon fade. Isn't me? Am I unreachable? Is the hole in my center simply unteachable? I'm so tired of being the only one in the room. And my heart's still lonely in the middle of a crowd. It's screaming I'm here, but it's not very loud. I'm a satellite drifting too far from the sun, a race that is over before it's begun. You can hold my hand, you can look in my eyes, but you're just visiting where the emptiness lies. Yeah, my heart's still lonely, and it's the only truth that never dies. Still lonely, even with you, even with my eyes not stay tired of being the only one in the room. I changed my number and I moved the couch. I cleared the earth from this lonely house. I told my friends I'm doing just fine, that I finally stepped across the line. But the air in the hallway still carries your name, and the silence in here is never the same. I try to stay busy, I try to stay loud, but I'm just a ghost in a very small cloud. It's a glitch in the system, a ghost in the wire. A leftover spark from a cold dead fire. I'm pushing it down, I'm locking the door, but the floorboards keep humming like they did before. And my heart still calls to a number that's dead. It's screaming the things that we never said. It's a signal in the dark, it's a cry in the rain, searching for the comfort of the familiar pain. I'm trying to hang up, I'm trying to be free, but your echo is still living inside of me. Yeah, my heart still calls, and it's never gonna leave. I saw your car in a dream last night, parked in the glow of a flickering light. I reached for the handle, but it turned into sand, just like the way you slipped from my hand. The logic is winning, the truth is all clear, but the warning is louder than anything here. It's a muscle that remembers, a habit that stays, like a shadow that follows through all of my days. Hello? Hey, Veggie? I'm talking to the air. I'm dialing your ghost because you're the part I still miss the most. Just answer once. But it's still calling, 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 calling. But it's connecting, and my heart still calls to a number that's dead. It's screaming the things that we never said. It's a signal in the dark, it's a cry in the rain, searching for the comfort of the familiar pain. I'm trying to hang up, I'm trying to be free, but your echo is free, living still in me. Yeah, my heart still calls, and it's never gonna leave. No answer, just the dial tone of the soul. I'm trying to be whole, but it is still calling. But it's still calling. The sun goes down and the armor falls off, but I'm doing fine, was just a polite call. I can play the part when the world is awake, but the moonlight is something I can't really fake. The ceiling's starts moving, the walls start to lean, and I'm stuck in the static on a blue light screen. The ghosts of your laughter are hiding in the drapes, waiting for the moment that the memory escapes. The bay is a lie that I tell to the street, but the night is a truth that I'm forced to meet. It's a 12-hour sentence in a room with nowhere, facing the you that is no longer there. And I'm broken every night when the quiet gets loud, just a shadow of a man under a black light cloud. I'm picking up the pieces just to drop them again in the same old cycle of the where and the when. I'm a masterpiece of oak until the lights go out, then I'm just a hollow shell of a permanent doubt. Yeah, I'm broken every night until the morning comes to help me lie. I keep the TV on just to hear a human voice, but the silence underneath is my only real choice. I reach for my phone and I remember the wall, the one that you built, so I wouldn't call. The bed is a desert, the sheets are like ice, and I'm paying the same heavy midnight price. I'm a professional healer from 9 until 5, but at 2 a.m. I'm barely alive. Is it 3 yet? Is the sky turning gray? I'm just counting the heartbeats to the start of the day, because I can't keep holding the pieces in the dark. I'm falling and I'm broken every night when the quiet gets loud, just a shadow of a man under a black light cloud. I'm picking up the pieces just to drop them again in the same old cycle of the where and the when. I'm a masterpiece of oak until the lights go out, then I'm just a hollow shell of a permanent doubt. Yeah, I'm broken every night until the morning comes to help me lie. A line is good morning, got the mask back on, glue the heart together, wait for the dawn. See you tonight, broken again. The sudden break to breath. The TV is screaming, but I don't hear a thing. I'm just watching the bird with the broken off wing. You left a suitcase of words in the hall, but they don't make a sound when they hit the wall. I'm making a list of the things I should feel, but the ink is all dry and the paper's not real. I look at the space where you used to belong, and it's louder than any old heartbreak song. It's not a ring, it's not a hum, it's the weight of the nothing that I've become. The air is a solid, the room is a cave, and I'm standing still in the path of the wave. And it's a heart full of silence, heavy as lead, swallowing every word that we said. No static, no echo, no ghost in the room, just a quiet so thick it feels like a tomb. I'm trying to scream, but the sound won't come out. It's a heart full of silence and a soul full of doubt. I went to the park where we used to be loud, but I was a ghost in a colorless crowd. I opened my mouth to call out your name, but the wind took the shape and it wasn't the same. It's a physical pressure behind my own eyes, the sound of a love that no longer tries. I'm a library book with the pages all white, a story that's waiting for a flicker of light. Can you hear it? The way that I'm not calling, the way that the snow is falling, is so loud, but nothing is so loud. Someone say something, please. And it's a heart full of silence, heavy as lead, swallowing every word that we said. No static, no echo, no ghost in the room, just a quiet so thick it feels like a tomb. I'm trying to scream, but the sound come out. It's a heart full of silence and a soul heart full. Can you feel it? The empty heart full of I'm picking up the shards you left on the floor, one for the kitchen and two for the door. I try to glue the pieces back into a shape, but they're jagged and sharp and there's no escape. I'm wearing your hoodie to keep out the chill, but the heart that you broke is stubbornly still. It's a quiet disaster, a slow motion crash, just a heap of the wood and a pile of the ash. I'm breathing in the dust of us, watching the iron turning to rust. It's not that I'm falling, it's that I've already hit, and I'm just getting used to the bottom of it. And I'm broken after you in a way that won't end. The book with no middle, a story with no end. I'm the crack in the glass, I'm the leak in the roof, I'm the what if and maybe with no solid proof. You took the blueprint and you burned it for light. Now I'm just a shadow in the middle of the night. Yeah, I'm broken after you, and it's finally alright. It's finally alright. I went to the store, ripped parts just for one. It felt like a crime, the day was all done. I saw a reflection in a window downtown, but the us in the mirror was starting to drown. I'm learning to walk with a limp in my soul, learning that half never becomes a whole. shadows pass. If I move too fast, if I breathe too deep, the secrets I'm holding might finally leak. I look in the mirror, but the glass is too clear. I see a person I no longer cheer. I'm a house with no lights and a door with no key, just a shell of the someone I used to be. It's not a cut, it's not a bruise. It's the kind of damage you can't really choose. It's the sound of a snap in the middle of the night, when you realize nothing's gonna be alright. It's broken inside me, where no one can see the parts that were you and the parts that were me. I'm carrying pieces that don't fit no more, like a handful of shards on a concrete floor. I'm trying to glue it, I'm trying to hide the hollowed out feeling of dying inside. It's broken inside me, and I've run out of places to hide. See me smiling, you think that I'm fine, but I'm just a master of holding the line behind the I'm okay and the never been better. Is a stack of the ghosts and a burnt up letter. Every how are you feels like a weight, because the truth is a debt that I'm paying too late. I'm held together by a thread and a prayer, but the thread's getting thin and there's no one there. Can you hear it? The sound of the fractures, the slow motion crash, the long distance failure. I'm falling apart from the center out, and I'm screaming without making a sound. It's broken inside me, but no one can see the parts that were you and the parts that were me. I'm carrying pieces that don't fit no more, like a handful of shards on a concrete floor. I'm trying to glue it, I'm trying to hide the hollowed out feeling of dying inside. Yeah, it's broken inside me, and I've run out of places to hide. Fire inside me, so fragile. Don't touch me, I might scatter, broken. The seasons changed, but I'm still in the cold. The story moved on, but mine's getting old. I've rearranged the furniture 1,000 times, but I can't find the rhythm or the reason or rhymes. People say time, like it's some kind of cure, but the more of it passes, the less I am sure. I'm walking through days that all look the same, just a hollowed out echo of a forgotten name. It's not a fresh wound, it's It's a permanent scar, a constant reminder of how far away you are. It's a structural failure, deep in the beam, the slow motion death of a beautiful dream. And my heart's still broken, just like the first day. The pieces are scattered in the same jagged way. No getting better, no turning the page. Just a bird that's forgotten how to leave the cage. I'm wearing the okay like a borrowed coat, while the missing you stays like a stone in my throat. Yeah, my heart's still broken, yeah, and it's the only part of us. I saw your reflection in a stranger's eyes. For a second the truth was a beautiful lie. I almost reached out, I almost said hey, then the gravity hit me and it took me away. It's a physical weight in the middle of my chest, a guest in my house that won't let me rest. I'm a masterpiece of fine until I'm alone, then I'm just the wreckage of a love that's outgrown. Was it ever glue back, or is this the track? Am I just the person who stays in the crack because I'm still waiting? I'm still waiting. Waiting. My heart's still broken, just like the first day. The pieces are scattered in the same jagged way. No getting better, no turning the page. Just a bird that's forgotten how to leave the cage. I'm wearing the okay like a borrowed coat, while the missing you stays like a stone in my throat. Yeah, my heart's still broken, and it's the only part of us that's still here. Still broken, still here in the dark of the no longer. Didn't make me stronger. The sun was a different shade of gold before the story got bitter and cold. We were laughing in the kitchen over nothing at all. Now the shadows are stretched across the empty hall. I'm looking at the calendar pinned to the wall, watching the seasons begin their long crawl. But I'm stuck in a Tuesday from a year ago, back when the river still had somewhere to go. The now is a desert, the here is a ghost. I'm mourning the version of me I like most, when the we was a promise and the then was a light, before the world turned into this permanent night and night bliss yesterday. Like I missed the air They've repainted the door, but it still smells like the secrets we don't share anymore. I try to live forward, I try to move on, but I'm chasing a sunset that's already gone. I'm rewriting the ending in the back of my mind, trying to find something that I left far behind. Can we go back to the part before the crack? To the I'll see you soon, under that same moon. I trade all my tomorrows for just one yesterday. Just one second to stay. Still mine. I'm staying here. I'm fine. It's not a sudden crash or a thunderclap. It's more like a thread starting to snap. I'm sitting at the table with a cup in my hand, watching my life turn into sand. I can feel the fractures moving through my chest, a quiet erosion that won't let me rest. The pain is peeling from the walls of my soul, and I'm losing the part that used to feel whole. I'm checking the edges, I'm checking the seams, but the gravity's pulling at the ends of my dreams. It's a long distance failure, a slow motion fall, and I'm leaning my weight against a crumbling wall, and I'm breaking slowly, bit by bit, trying to find the meaning of it. No jagged of being nothing. And I'm not coming back again. Piece by piece, the slow release. I'm breaking, long broken. I'm tracing the scars where the forever was carved. My spirit is thirsty and my ego is starved. They told me that healing was just a slow climb, but I'm sliding down through the wreckage of time. The kitchen is haunted by the ghost of your laugh. I'm living a life that's been cut into half. I touch my own skin and it feels like a bruise, the kind of a debt that you never can lose. It's not a sting, it's a deep hollow ache, a structural failure that no one can fake. It's the sound of the glass before it hits the floor, the knowing you don't have a home anymore. Oh, love hurt deeply, it didn't just graze. It set fire to my world and it left me the haze. It reached for the center and it tore out the root. Now I'm the tree with the bitter black fruit. I'm not getting over, I'm just getting through the long jagged tunnel that used to be you. Yeah, love hurt deeply and it's still hurting now. Still hurting now. I saw you last night in a dream that was cruel. I was the king and I was the fool. You looked like a savior in a robe made of salt, and I was the prisoner of my own default. I woke up reaching for a hand that wasn't there, just the smell of the winter and the cold empty air. It's a physical pain in the middle of my chest, a bird with no wings and a fire in its nest. They say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but I just feel smaller and the nights are getting longer. I'm not growing, I'm just vanishing. Oh, love hurt deeply, it didn't just graze. It set fire to my world and it left me the haze. It reached for the center and it tore out the root. Now I'm the tree with the bitter black fruit. I'm I'm looking at the closet. Half the hangers are bare, just a hollowed out echo of the us that was there. I try to fill the silence with the hum of the stove, but I'm standing in the wreckage of the life that we wove. The milk is gone sour, the mail's on the floor. I don't recognize the person walking in through the door. It's a physical hunger that food cannot feed, a heart that's been hollowed of everything it needs. There's no way, there's no place to stay, just a slow motion bleeding of the color to gray. The tank is on empty, the engine is cold, and I'm holding on to nothing that I used to hold. And now so I'm left empty like a glass on the ledge, just a long, lonely drop from the sharp, jagged edge. No memories to burn, no tears left to cry, just a hollow hello and a weightless goodbye. The space where you were is a cold open wound, and I'm a ghost in a garden that'll never be bloomed. Yeah, it's a love left empty, and I'm running out of me. I went to our spot, but the spot was just ground, just dirt and some grass with no us to be found. I checked my own chest for a spark or a flame, but I couldn't even remember the sound of your name. It's a terrifying quiet, a permanent off, like a fire that vanished with a single small cough. I'm a vessel that's broken, I'm a well that's gone dry, looking for a reason in a blank canvas sky. Is there anything left down in the dark past the anger and the isn't mark? It's just sharp, jagged edge. No memories to burn, no tears left to cry, just a hollow hello and a weightless goodbye. The space where you were is a cold open wound, and I'm a ghost in a garden that'll never be bloomed. Yeah, it's a love left empty, and I'm running out me empty, nothing to give, nothing to keep, just the empty. Sitting at the table, but the air is a wall, watching the dust as it starts to fall. You're looking at your coffee, I'm looking at the clock. The sound of our voices is under lock. We used to be a riot, we used to be a storm. Now we're just two shadows trying to stay warm. But the fire's been out for a long, long time, and the mountain between us is too steep to climb. The I love you is heavy, so we leave it unsaid. A ghost in the corner that we're trying to forget. No screaming, no fighting, no tears in the eye. Just a slow, quiet death of a beautiful lie. And it's a love left silent, cold as a stone. The loudest goodbye that I've ever known. No static, no echo, no words left to break. Just a heart-shaped hole and a permanent ache. We're drowning in the nothing, we're sinking in the hush, watching the world turn the gold into rust. Yeah, it's a love left silent, and the quiet is screaming the truth. I reach for the salt, and you move your hand like we're strangers meeting in a foreign land. The memories are shouting, but we've turned down the sound, afraid of the pieces that might be found. It's a peaceful surrender, it's a calm kind of love, a secret we're keeping, and we're keeping it well. I'm a house with no windows, you're a door with no key. Just two quiet prisoners who wanna be free. Say something, even if it hurts, even if it's over. Just break the curse, but you don't, and I won't. And it's a love left silent, cold as the stone. The loudest goodbye that I've ever known. No static, no echo, no words left to break. Just a heart-shaped hole and a permanent ache. We're drowning in the nothing, we're sinking in the hush, watching the world turn the gold into rust. Yeah, it's a love left silent, and the quiet is screaming the truth. Can you hear it? Love left silent. The sailors sing again. The news hit the floor before I could blink. I watched the ship go down before I could think. You didn't raise your voice, you didn't even cry. You just looked at the ground and whispered goodbye. The air in the hallway turned thick as the sea, and suddenly there was too much room for me. I tried to reach out, but my arms felt like stone. The heavy heaviest weight is being alone. I felt the anchor snap from the chain. I felt the cold water numbing the pain. There's no oxygen left in this empty room, just a slow motion fall. And my heart sank deep below the blue, down to the places that never knew you. No light in the water, no sound on the shore, just the was and the is and the never anymore. I'm drifting in silence where the pressure is real, too deep in the dark to remember how to feel. Yeah, my heart sank and I'm still going down. I'm watching the surface get smaller and small. I'm losing the ghost of your silhouette tall. The things we once promised are bubbles of air rising away like they were never there. It's quiet down here at the bottom of us, where love turns to salt and the iron turns to rust. I'm finding my peace in the wreckage and sand, far away from the touch of your vanishing hand. Don't look for me, the current is too strong. Don't wait for me, I've been under too long. I'm becoming the ocean, I'm becoming the floor. I don't wanna breathe if I can't have more. And my heart sank deep below the blue, down to the places that never knew you. No light in the water, no sound on the shore, just the was and the is and the never anymore. I'm drifting in silence where the pressure is real, too deep in the dark to remember how to feel. Yeah, my heart sank and I'm still going down, going down, going under the weight of the words you didn't state. My heart sank, sank. The house is a museum of a life we once led. There are ghosts in the hallway and stones in the bed. I try to stay quiet, I try to stay composed, but the doors to my heart won't stay tightly closed. It's not a loud breaking, it's a slow, steady leak. The strength of the ice has grown tired and weak. I look at your picture and the colors start to run like a winter morning that's forgotten this song. It's a soundless vibration in the marrow of my bones, a kingdom of salt on a mountain of stones. The air is getting thinner, the room is getting wide, and there's nowhere for the always to go and hide. And my love cries in the dark of the night, a wounded animal hiding from the light. It doesn't scream, it doesn't even moan, it just weeps in a language that it speaks alone. It's the tears you don't see on the face that I wear. It's the weight of the you that is no longer there. Yeah, my love cries, and it's more than I can bear. I saw a stranger today with a smile like yours, and I felt the old ceiling collapse on the floors. I tried to reach out, but my fingers were lead, caught in the web of the things we never said. The I love you is morning, it's dressed all in black. It's a one-way ticket with no way back. It's a hollowed out canyon where the echo is cold, searching for a hand it no longer can hold. Does it ever stop, the leaking of the soul? Does the part you took ever become whole? Because it's flooding, everything is flooding, and I'm losing pulso. And my love cries in the dark of the night, a wounded animal hiding from the light. It doesn't scream, it doesn't even moan, it just weeps in a language that it speaks alone. It's the tears you don't see on the face that I wear. It's the weight of the run out of words to explain why I'm here. That I'm fine has dissolved in a saltwater smear. I've locked all the doors and I've turned off the phone, because my voice is a stranger I no longer own. But the silence is heavy and the pressure is high, and I can't keep the ocean tucked back in my eyes. So I'm sitting in the dark on the edge of the bed, letting the gravity take over instead. It's a language of sin, it's a rhythm of grief, the only honest way to find some relief. No logic, no reason, no story to tell, just the overflow of a bottomless well. When my tears speak the things I can't say, the why did you leave and the please can you stay, the trace in the map of a heart that is torn, the cold jagged truth of a love that is worn. Every drop is a forever that turned into never, a silent confession of a bond you could sever. Yeah, my tears speak because my heart is too tired to scream. They fall on the letters that from the desk turn in the ink into something grotesque. They fall on my hands and they fall on the floor like rain coming in through a wide open door. It's a physical way of leaving my soul, the only way I can try to be whole. I'm letting the dust wash away from my skin, clearing the space where the end can begin. Can you hear them? Say I miss you hid in the wood. Say I hate that I love you like I knew that I would. It's a flood, it's a flood, and I got it in my soul. And my tears speak the things I can't say. The why did you leave and the please can you stay, the trace in the map of a heart that is torn, the cold jagged truth of a love that is worn. Every drop is a forever that turned into never, a silent confession of a bond you could sever. Yeah, my tears speak because my heart is too tired to scream. Listen, they're telling the story of the end. Trip by trip, goodbye. We're sitting so close, but I'm miles away, searching for words we're too tired to say. The candles have burned into a puddle of wax, and we're just the shadows of a love turning lax. You're holding my hand, but it feels like a glue, just a cold empty ritual of what we call love. The air is so heavy, Imagine the kingdom begin a slow fall. They say love is a fire, they say it's a lie, but nobody tells you it can blind your own sight. It's a beautiful garden where nothing will grow but the weeds of the maybe and the frost of the no. There's a sadness in love that nobody sings, the weight of the anchor and the clipping of wings. It's a slow motion heartbreak of staying too long. The melody's right, but the rhythm is wrong. We're still in the house, but we both left the room, and we're decorating our own little tomb. Yeah, there's a sadness in love, and it's buried in me and in you. We look at our photos from 2 years ago. Who are those people? I don't really know. They look so certain, they look so alive. Now we're just two strangers trying to survive. We kiss in the morning to keep up the lies, but I see that it's over deep in your eyes. It's a quiet tragedy with no one to blame, just two different people with the same last name. Is it worse to be lonely when you're all by yourself, or to be lonely with someone else? I think I'm drowning in the middle of the bed. I think I'm dying from the things unsaid. There's a sadness in love that nobody sings, the weight of the anchor and the clipping of wings. It's the slow motion heartbreak of staying too long. The melody's right, but the rhythm is wrong. We're still in the house, but we both left the room, and we're decorating our own little tomb. Yeah, there's a sadness in love, and it's buried in me and in you. It's just love in a different way. The floorboards still groan where you used to stand. I'm holding the air where I once held your hand. The kettle is whistling a high, lonely sound, but there's nobody left to be found. I'm keeping the curtains drawn tight in the room. I'm not ready for light, I'm at home in the gloom. The silence is heavy, it sits on my chest, a cold hollow weight that won't let me rest. I'm breathing for the sun to rise. But the clock on the wall hasn't moved since you left. Just a house and a heart of its spirit bereft. You left me in the middle of a sentence. You left me with the dead and no repentance. Now the forever we built is just dust on the shelf, and I'm a stranger even to myself. You took the us and you left me the why under a pale and a permanent sky. Yeah, you left me, and I'm too tired to cry. I found a strand of your hair on my favorite coat. It felt like a ghost gripping tight in my throat. I tried to wash out your scent from the sheets, but the memory of you never retreats. It's the quiet that kills me. It's louder than words, like the missing song of the morning birds. I'm walking in circles in a very small space, searching for home in a hollowed out place. Was it easy to just let go? Did you feel the chill or the coming of snow? Because I'm freezing. Yeah, I'm freezing, and you're the only fire I've invented. Too tired to cry. Two plates, one chair, only shadows there. You left me. Thank you for leaving me. I had you painted in colors of gold, a story of fire to keep out the cold. I put you on mountains, I gave you the sun. I thought you were the always when everyone was done. I defended your shadows, I made excuses for the rain. I carried you maybe like a holy kind of pain. I thought I knew the rhythm, the map of your soul. I thought you were the half that finally made me whole. But the mask didn't slip, it just melted away in the harsh, honest light of a Tuesday in May. And I'm standing here looking at a stranger's face, while the person I loved leave without a trace. You were different, or so I told my heart. You were the masterpiece, the only sacred you left. It's the way that you changed, like a familiar room that's been cruelly rearranged. That I'll never hurt you, and that you're the only one, or just echoes of bullets from a smoking gun. I'm looking for the you that I used to believe, but you're a ghost in the hallway with nothing up your sleeve. Just a common disaster in a custom-made skin, watching the walls of my world cave in. Or was it all a rehearsal, a part you had to play? Did you feel the light growing every single day? I didn't love you, I love the lie you let me believe. And God, it's so hard to leave. Goodbye. The pedestal is empty, the gold is turning gray. I'm mourning a version of you that I invented anyway. Yeah, you were different until you weren't, just like the others. It's like it hurts more because I actually believed you. You were different. Liars always are. And God, it's so hard to leave.